All right. Last time, Curse of Strahd, our party apprehended the Foxman who was claiming to be the Eyes of Nethys. And in a panic, he explained to them that they have to get out of the main hall. Follow me into this room. And through a leap of faith and a show of trust, they allowed him into the next room, and the party followed along. After being assailed by what appeared to be large amber statues, and of course, everybody's favorite flame skulls chasing them into the room. When they entered the room, it was filled with darkness. The only person that could see was, of course, our fox friend. Is he friend or foe? Find out today. I did clear the turn order because you guys cleared that encounter, technically. So we're taking off. You guys have all entered the room. I placed everybody in the same room now at this point. And I do want to just kind of, it is dark, but I'm going to give you guys a description of the room so when the lights turn on, you guys are ready to react to it. There's a golden marble staircase with black marble railings that hugs the north wall and spirals gently up a 30-foot wide shaft. Lying in the middle of the room are 6 rotting wooden crates. The amber walls are sculpted to look like tentacles that entwine around the marble bas-reliefs of kings, queens, pharaohs, sultans, attended by a myriad of slaves. To the west, south, and east walls contain alcoves, and standing in each alcoves are tall, rough blocks of amber. 2 wide cracks have been opened up in the south wall, spilling rubble and shattered pieces of amber onto the floor in the southwest corner of the room. And when the lights do turn on, I do have well, with Soleil in here, I guess Soleil's bringing the light with him, right?
Correct.
He is the light.
I am the light.
She in the wall? Let me just slide you in the room here. There you go.
The dome can light everything up, I guess.
So if you guys can see these, the picture, the first one that says the Amber Vault are these about 2 foot tall, wide slabs of amber, and in the center of that slab of amber is like a dark kind of coalescing of energy, and it seems kind of similar.
Energy.
It seems kind of similar to Maysair because he's seen something like this before. And then the second picture, the panorama, is kind of what the walls in the room look like with that staircase. Everything's made out of amber, and it's like this panoramic picture of kind of, it tells of a history of Barovia. And of course, there's these 6 rotting looking wooden crates in the room as well.
Can we study the reliefs at all?
Of course.
Can I do a seek action on the grate nearest to me?
Bro, what
What
the hell
does
is
a
a
seek
seek
action
action? Yeah,
entail?
you gotta have to explain these Pathfinder things you're pulling from.
Sorry. Can I basically investigate
Oh yeah.
the boxes?
As you move towards the crate, the Eyes of Nethys, he gives you like one of these numbers. Shh.
What does that mean?
These last 6 adventures you brought your.
Like, backs away.
Does he stop Ileana from doing the same, going up to the reliefs?
He doesn't stop you from going up to the reliefs, but he's very cautious about these crates for some reason.
Okay. What should I roll for to study the sort of the history there that's on the walls?
So if you'd like to study the history on the walls, it would be a society check. Now this is Barovian society. You've been there for 6 months. You might have picked up a few things. Who knows?
Sure. Not enough, I guess.
Yeah, this seems like it's ancient Barovian lore that you probably haven't been privy to.
Would Dr. Nikia know any better?
It's a possibility.
Dr. Nike is looking down here real quick. Like, Ileana, she just assumes Ileana's smart and she's gonna figure everything out. And she's just all like, kind of like checking their six. And she wants to like peer down here to see if she sees anything.
So as you're looking down those 2-foot wide cracks, those don't look like they were part of the original construction of this room. Something happened that rattled these walls, and looks like there's enough space, but that room is pitch black dark that you're trying to look into. But it looks like there's piles of something, like multiple piles of things.
She like kind of like does that thing and then like at the fox.
And then he just like cuts across his neck like this, and he says like,
Aye.
and he keeps on trying to get you guys to go upstairs without saying it out loud, but like gesturing towards the stairs.
Is there anything like potentially religious on these like walls that Soleil can decipher?
You could do a religion check if you'd like.
If Ileana needs me to like look at the stuff, I'll look at it. Like I said, I was in my own world.
Cool.
Nice religion, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely. So through your studies of Saren Ray and the fact that you're pretty much her chosen acolyte, you're looking at the pictures of the wall, and just through like your vibe, your Soleil vibes alone, you can kind of pick up on the fact that there are 6 dark powers, you know what I'm saying, that were originally in Barovia. And you see these pictures of like a culling that kind of happens where these 6 dark figures kind of shadow the land in the showing of the picture. And in that shadowing of the land, everything gets dark and everything gets foggy and a new king arises, right? And this figure kind of seems as though they've been holding back the darkness, or they've been holding on to the darkness. You can't really tell how this is trying to be depicted, but there's a calmness that happens after this new figure steps into the control of this darkness, and then you see a grand culling. Like this figure is like clearing fields, you know what I'm saying? Like he's taking out old kings, he's taking out new kings, he's taking out everybody that stands in his way to make sure that whatever this dark power is staying where it's supposed to be.
6 dark powers, 6 boxes.
I guess like Nike will like walk behind Ileana while she's like looking and then try and like see what she sees about it since she knows it's about Barovia. Hold on for a second. Aye, silly dog. Get.
So you have a a foggy idea of the dark powers. You've heard the name the dark powers that be, oftentimes in old tales and like what the Vistani people do is they pass down tales. You know what I'm saying? It's not mostly written. It's all just shared stories. And in the shared stories, you always hear about these dark powers, the dark powers that used to be before Strahd came along. The dark powers this, the dark powers that, and like every time you hear about the dark powers, you've never actually seen a physical manifestation of what they look like. But here in front of you, you're finally putting those pieces together.
So I kind of like want to shorthand like a note, like dark powers, pieces are here, kind of thing. Vistani lore speak of it, and then basically she's getting the idea that it's in these boxes or these crates. Is that what she's getting from it, or at least from these amber stones?
I would say the amber stones feel a lot older than those crates do.
Okay, so, and then like she'll like write amber stone, and then like question marks around it, but like circle it with like the dark powers and all that stuff, and then show it to Ileana and then also Soleil.
And the whole time, Ratman has been like gesturing for us to go upstairs, right?
Yeah, he wants to get out of this room.
Yeah, Ileana will take a look at the note and I give a nod to Dr. Nakia, and point upward as well. And she'll just start moving towards the staircase.
she kind of like gets behind not Soleil, but Masquerade, and like kind of like pushes him towards it. Almost like you first.
And as you guys are moving towards the staircase, you see Casimir lock eyes with this amber sarcophagus that's off to the east, and he starts like slowly moving towards it.
Could I do like a vibe check to see if he's like charmed or some shit?
Yeah.
Either like
Roll that religion for me.
or religion, yeah.
Perception, religion, whatever you feel better with.
I mean, I definitely feel better with perception. You know what I'm saying?
When I see this, do I recognize this as like the same trance I was in?
Good question.
Yeah.
No, it's I mean, only because you successfully willed yourself out of that last trance after being stabbed. But this is a different deal. Like he's cognizant of what he's doing.
I will approach slowly with him, but kind of like in front of him. That way, if something happens, I'm more or less the first to take the blow.
All right, let me step you on over here.
I'm gonna load my crossbow.
You still carrying the rat?
So Casimir reaches out and he places
Yeah,
his
I got
hand
the rat
on
right
the.
in front of the coffin.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
you
is
got
he
it.
still carrying him?
You're holding on to him too.
Poor rat guy.
You just got him by his neck and his tail, like just like a suitcase.
I don't
Wherever
know.
you go, I go, motherfucker.
Maybe don't let Casimir touch shit.
Yeah, he's reaching
know.
out to put his hand on this amber sarcophagus.
How's the rat reacting to him doing this?
It's a fox, you guys.
Oh,
He doesn't.
rat.
He doesn't seem to mind him touching the amber sarcophagus, but like those crates, for some reason, he was like, "Don't touch the crates."
Eh,
So Casimir reaches out.
I'm gonna let the rat man doesn't say anything.
Then he places his hand on the amber sarcophagus. His head jolts back, and he starts shaking like this. And his eyes roll back into his head.
He's having a full Indiana
We'll
Jones moment.
disconnect him from the from it, just like
The
kind of
Reapers.
remove him.
You're trying to move Casimir away from the sarcophagus.
Yes.
Rip.
Roll me 5d10.
Not five.
XD10.
You get jolted with necrotic energy, as if like, don't touch this guy. You know what I'm saying? It shoots through your fingers, toes, and all the way into the ground. Not only does it affect you, it also affects the guy that you're holding on to as well.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Poor Fox.
Yo,
We
what if
are
our guy
ruining his
dies?
whole day. Can you imagine if you were just doing your job and a bunch of big galoots like us came in and like started just wrecking your shit?
So
That's what
after
happened.
you grab a hold of Casimir's arm and you feel that jolt of electricity, necrotic energy burn through you, right? Casimir lets his hand off the sarcophagus and his eyes roll back into his head, and his body just starts to decay. Like it looks
Oh.
like he's gained 120 years of life on him. Like just in front of your eyes, his eyes start to get sunken and his face starts to get decrepit. But he's still alive, but it looks almost as if he's undead.
Could this potentially be an affliction such as a cursed disease or poison?
It could.
Can I roll a religious check to see if I would have any knowledge of what just happened to him?
You can.
Can I aim my crossbow at him just in case he turns on my friends?
You can.
Wait.
I'm gonna just
Mason,
go over
Eric, you've never witnessed anything like this before.
with the power of Saren Ray. Be cleansed.
This guy.
How we feeling?
Toxins and more maladies. Choose an affliction on the target, such as a curse, disease, or poison. If it past stage 1, reduce the stage by 1.
What affliction have you chose?
Whichever one just happened. Do I need to like identify it, I guess?
You can try.
How might I do that? Is that like a perception? Is that, since I guess like perception is the investigation?
You could do a perception or a religion. Occultism actually would work.
I definitely like perception more than occultism. I could say that.
Give it to me.
Boom.
Dang. You just stop wasting these good rolls.
This is not a waste. This is Casimir's life, brother.
With that perception roll, you've seen what the undead looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, and I hate him.
And what Casimir looks like with the 38 perception is if he has exchanged a good portion of his life for a bargain.
Willingly? Can I figure that out?
38.
You want me to do a vibe
God
check
damn.
for that one to see if there's
No,
like
no. With a 38 perception, even though his face is starting to sag and he looks like he gave up a good portion of his own life,
Mhm.
he seems like he's settled in that idea. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't seem like he's worn out by it. Like he
Come to
almost
terms
seems
with it.
rejuvenized. He's come to terms with this.
Like he's content with his choice.
Mm-hmm.
But
Distant
all right, so I'm
bastard.
gonna take back the cleanse affliction thing real quick.
All right.
Assuming I haven't actually done that. But he appears of the undead now. Like whatever he just
Oh, yeah.
did, whatever choice he just made, he has become undead.
It definitely appears that way.
Well, Sarah and Ray don't abide by no undead, dog. I'll pull out Daybreak and like basically have it pointed at his chest, and it's like, "What did you just do?"
Good night, sweet prince.
And Casimir is he turns slowly, you know what I'm saying, towards you, and he looks you dead in the windows of your soul, right? And he says, I've done what I came here to do. I have the power to bring her back now. I can save my sister.
Hold on. Let me do some research that Soleil would know, of course.
Ileana would just ask him, like, what have you done to yourself? What is this power you've gained?
I spoke with Zidun, the corpse star, and now I can bring resurrection to my sister
Is
in
this true
exchange for what was
resurrection?
left of my life.
Is this true resurrection, or is it necromantic in nature?
This is a true resurrection. I've given my own life to complete this.
What do we know about the corpse god?
This is the first time you've heard the corpse star.
Corpse star.
Well,
Where is your sister?
Unfortunately, she's in Ravenloft.
Where's your sister? From atop the thing.
So we have to somehow get you back to Ravenloft for you to fulfill this mission.
Is it one of the wives?
All roads lead to Ravenloft at this point.
I will ask
Whether you
you.
come or you don't, I'm going to resurrect my sister.
I will ask you true, my friend. Soleil here is going to strike you down if you hide it from us.
he's got his sword out, like at his chest with his other hand. He kind of puts it up towards Ileana, like, maybe not. Like you can see he's really like thinking about it.
No, like she's warning him. Like from her perspective, she's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, he's gonna like kill you if you don't like answer this question."
Yeah.
Have you become undead?
No.
And she
Soleil
will.
does a sniff test, like, I don't
She's
know.
gonna detect it.
And
Go
even though Casimir like has the look of
Mhm.
being undead, it's he's not giving off that smell that kind of makes you in the back of your throat, like
What if any magic is coming off of him?
detect magic.
She's guessing at that 4th level.
Oh, okay. So you can tell that the bargain that he made through that dark gift, like it's a dark power, you know what I'm saying? But it's a power that isn't in any school of magic that you've seen before.
Very interesting.
Is it like a mix of conjuration and necromancy?
It'd be like, you know, when you're a kid and you get like 6 different packs of Kool-Aid and put it all in the same like container. Like,
How is
I
this
don't know
all a
if
shared
there-
experience?
I don't know. I don't know if this is any better way to explain it, but like, you're picking up a bunch of different magic, but you can't tell which one is which. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of all mixing and matching together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say she's pretty fascinated by that.
Levi?
Ooh, am I gonna do something stupid?
Bro, let me do something stupid first. Can I lobby for some bullshit? What if I spent a hero point to spiritually leave my body and go say what's up to Sarah and Ray and see how she feels about this? How we feel about that?
I will dual that to like channel my spiritual energy into him. That way he has enough power
He's gonna punch me out of my
make
body.
to make this happen.
Give me
All
a
right.
strange moment here.
Some
So,
Doctor Strange shit.
Travis, remember a few weeks ago before we started the Amber Temple, I was like, there's going to come a time where we need to like separate the groups.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those times if the two of you are going to go speak to Saren Ray.
Is it both of us, or is he kicking me out? Is Calvin coming with me or no?
Let me get the equal religion check for you guys. Now, this is a difficult thing that you're attempting. And I have to throw you guys a bit of a curveball because you guys roll super high. So, you guys are going to roll the check. But you have to be plus or minus 10 of each other when you make the roll to make this connection work.
Good luck, bro.
Your religion better be in check.
Do it.
Go! Damn.
You rolled high as fuck.
Oh, shit!
Hey,
I'm so fucking good at this shit.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
brothers, man. They're all on the same wavelength.
All right, Travis and CJ, come with me to the private room real quick.
All right, I will put us in, or I guess we can all do that. Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. The movie screen magic is broken.
Is CJ able to come into the private? Okay, here we go.
I didn't know how to do that. Y'all just disappeared. I was like, whoa, hold on. Somebody tell me.
How does this happen? What do we do?
All right. So you guys come together on the astral plane, right? And Saren Ray's standing before you in her alabaster skin. And you're in that same pagoda that you are on top of this mountaintop. And she looks down at you and she's like, why are you both here?
Well, we just witnessed the creation of, I guess, what I would categorize as a half-life. It appears undead in nature. However, I don't receive the same disgust as I do when near undead creatures. The hackle in my throat is missing. It doesn't smell disgusting. However, it does appear to my eyes and heart to be undead in nature. However, when investigating this, let me first start off by saying this happened to a member of the party that we were traveling with, someone who we've come to trust and who I thought maybe still think is a good man. After witnessing this change, we questioned him on what happened and what was the purpose of this, and he responded by saying that he made a deal with the Corpse Star, who I'm unfamiliar with, but he made a deal with this Corpse Star to essentially sell or trade his life to, he said, use true resurrection for his sister. I have no means really of proving this claim that this true resurrection will happen or will not happen. However, his goal would be to go to Ravenloft, which is where we'll be going. So I guess, we obviously do not see eye to eye with the undead. We should destroy them. However, I think potentially this man may at least deserve to live until the sacrifice he made can be seen through. But I did think that it'd be best to get your judgment on this, as it's a bit bigger of a scope than I'm used to, and I'm not sure if this quote-unquote true resurrection is not also undead in nature. Perhaps he can just travel in me and my party's presence, and if this comes to pass and all of it is truly evil, then me and my brother can do what needs to be done and dispatch of it. But if you suggest we should dispatch of him now, then that's what must be done.
She
Please
looks at
enlighten
you.
us.
She looks at you, Maysayer. She's like, the shadow of Saren Ray stands before the son of Saren Ray. What is your judgment?
As my brother has spoken, we lack the individual power to get here. So we combine the light with the darkness to be in your presence. With how determined he is, I believe the cause may be not in your liking, as he was not upfront about the nature of this deal. But as there is light, there is also dark. So it seems to me that he's given his shadow to bring back the spirit, the light of his sister. As your word is, our job is to bring the light to the world. I believe if his cause is just, she might be another beacon.
What do you know of his sister?
We are just learning of his sister.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
During this
I haven't heard
time.
of anything.
He
Out of character, Mr. DM, sir. Did he ever mention that? I don't remember him saying anything about a sister. I mean, it would have been
when
like
you
the
guys
first few
when you
episodes.
guys first met Casimir in his group of the Dusk Elves, right?
Right.
You remember that all the male Dusk Elves were in this internment camp type situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there were no female Dusk
Right.
Elves at the time. So it's Casimir's belief that if he brings back his sister, then his people have a chance. You know what I'm saying? They can repopulate. They can bring about
One person.
new Dusk Elves.
That's
It's
gonna
all
be
they
a
got.
Spicy lineage, bro.
It's all they got, and one female at that.
Yeah.
So his sister
thanks.
was also sought out by Strahd. When the Dusk Elves tried to stop that from happening, that's when they befell their fate.
Okay.
Back in character.
All right.
With Strahd, with the land of Barovia, it looks that he wiped out all the female Dusk Elves of this land. We don't know much about his sister, but we believe that she's a casualty of that assault, and that his efforts is in part to try and revitalize his clan, keep them from extinction by bringing her back, so not only that she can live, but repopulate and continue their ancestry. As always, she seems to be a seed for the light, for the beacon of their people.
It is my divine belief that all people should have a chance to repent from their sins. If he's going to give his life to give his sister that opportunity, then I don't see a flaw in that. Now, his deal with the Corpse Star, I have no privy to what that deal is. But if he's giving his own life essence in exchange for the return of his sister and whatever Faustian deal or monkey's paw bargain that may be, that was his decision. And it is his course of action to take. Should he repent, what is your course of action?
Well, I guess if he repents and he causes no harm to any other, I don't know if once this resurrection is complete, if he is to pass, or if he is to live a shorter life than he would have naturally. I would assume, I guess, if he did not pass and he stayed alive, and I still sense no actual evil, I would probably just allow him to live. From what I've seen, he's a good man.
He has assisted us on this journey. I believe we are close to accomplishing one of the missions that you sent us here. We wouldn't have been able to make it without his guidance. He does live in the shadow, but we all know that shadows are created from the light, so maybe he's my beacon.
I believe that you have already judged this man.
Personally, yes. I guess just for myself, I would be more at ease with your blessing for this decision in our journey.
Then you have my blessing.
Thank you. I feel better knowing that I don't have to put a man to death that I don't truly believe he deserves.
Should he stray from the path, you know what you're entailed to do.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we do.
Remember why you're here in Barovia.
Yes. Destroy the most ultimate evil. He says with a smile. He's excited about it.
And with that, Saren Ray gestures one of these numbers, and the two of you go backwards out of that pagoda and start to fall back into your bodies.
Sick. Let's go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I love that you still use that that artwork Travis, for your.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh.
It's too good not to.
Appreciate it.
All right, so you guys return to your bodies after astral projecting, and you're standing there. Casimir has his hands up, and he's staring dead into the windows of Soleil's soul. And And he's like, I've completed the task I came here to do. And if it comes to it, I will fight.
And in that moment, when they go on their spiritual jaunt, Ileana,
Can I at least tell the man something real quick?
he was literally trying to do it like while y'all were doing it.
Oh, for sure. I guess, yeah, if you're going to do something before...
It's
All right.
like same time scenario.
Yeah, it was like that was at least in my head. Was Ileana going up to the same thing that Casimir touched, and basically just trying to talk to whatever entity he talked to.
You want to place your hand on the sarcophagus?
Yeah, she'll give it a go and see, like, because that like in my mind at least, like him having this like conflux confluence of magic swirling in him is too interesting for her to ignore. Like she just would be like, all right, like I need to know, like, how did you get that?
All right. Roll me in occultism and then place your hand on the sarcophagus.
Levi, you'll have to turn your camera back on now that you're over here.
Let me use my hero point to at least try to get above a 3 today.
You can do it. See, 13.
There we go.
So you conjure up whatever inkling of magic or occultism or spiritual energy that you can muster, and you step forward and your hand's shaking. You place your hand onto the sarcophagus and nothing happens.
Hmm.
Good.
She is, I mean, like,
Hello.
you've seen her frustrated before. That's definitely very frustrating.
But there are 2 other sarcophagus in the room.
Yeah, I assume as she's walking off, like you just kind of see that same like wild look she gets when she wants to figure something out. She goes marching off, and I'm assuming at that same time they come back from their spirit journey. I'm gonna jump over to that. I don't want to take up that time either.
All right. So you guys come back. Casimir has his hands up, and he says, I have to make it back to my sister by any means necessary. You guys have taken me this far, and I'm willing to go the rest by myself if I have to.
So, I'm assuming that like I was sitting down or some shit for this astral journey, so I didn't fall over and knock myself out. So I just get up. Obviously, I don't really have daybreak out anymore. If I did, I'd just sheath it. I go and put a shoulder on, or put a hand on Casimir's shoulder. Like, you don't have to worry. Talk to the boss. She thinks this is fine. I, for one, am touched by your story. I want to help you see it out. I don't think we'll have to fight. If something happens at the end of this where either you've been misled and the results aren't what you thought they would be, what I'm trying to say is if this takes a turn for the worse, then I will have to act, but as I see it now, I'll be able to help you with your task. And then Soleil just walks away, turns his back on him, so he feels like, hey, you want to stab me in the back? We're totally bros. I trust you, dog. You can do it. You know.
And Casimir places his hands down by his sides, and he's good with that situation. He starts moving towards the stairs as everybody else was, and
Yeah, as we see Ileana going and touching all those statues.
we'll cut back to Ileana. You're standing by another one of these amber sarcophagi, and you see this ebbing and flowing wisp of black energy in the center of this amber block that's about 2 feet tall. And as you move close to it, you almost feel it call out to you in your mind's eye. Nobody else hears this. Do you seek the gift of Tenebros?
Is that anything she's ever heard before? The gift of Tenebros.
Roll me a society or occultism.
They're both the same, so I guess we'll just go with occultism.
She has not.
Hmm. Hmm. I seek it.
Reach out. Touch my conduit.
Oh dear, you have to get to know me first.
Hey man, you come seeking power, bro. You gotta.
Yeah, she will. She'll definitely just kind of reach out, put her hand on the conduit.
With that, your body jerks back, your eyes roll into the back of your head, and come with me to the private room.
Oh, damn.
Travis, you'll have to go for the recording portion of it at least.
Yes, sir. I can like deafen myself if you want, and then when we're done, just hop over and I'll follow you if that's how you want to do it.
I think that'll work.
Okay.
Copy,
Shit.
copy.
Actually, I can't deafen because then the recording will get you. I'll take my headset off.
Okay, whatever works.
Yep.
It's all good. I don't mind if you listen in.
I might. Bro, I'm trying not to get spoiled myself.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, every
All right.
time.
When you
fucks up
touch the sarcophagus, you appear in this room in your mind's eye, right? And in this room, there's these red velvet pillows everywhere. It smells of myrrh, lavender, and different spices of the Orient, right? And sitting on top of these pillows, there's a dark figure with a single horn on its right side. And he's sitting there smoking a pipe. And he's like, another wizard. Why is it always the wizards?
And she'll kind of look him over once over and say, "You are the corpse star."
The corpse star. No. I have already introduced myself. I am Tenebros.
So this gift is merely a devil's bargain.
No, it's not a devil's bargain. It costs you nothing. But it gives you everything.
That seems implausible at best. What is then? Tell me what is the offering? I suppose this gift of Tenebros.
Everlasting life.
That is somewhat more mundane than I was expecting, to be frank with you. Everlasting life is not something I'm particularly looking for. Is that what my compatriots received? Or was he given a different bargain, if you know? Did you
Whatever the corpse star
Casimir?
does is whatever the corpse star does. But here, I have the power to give you all life and all knowledge. Should you seek it, all power.
Yeah, she kind of, strokes her chin a little bit. All knowledge is quite dangerous. But
The knowledge is
not-
only dangerous if it's misused.
You seek nothing for this. I don't understand. You simply give of this freely?
As freely as possible.
There is no. This is evil, Levi. Oh man. Um. Oh, it's so dumb, but I just want to do it just to see what happens. So, what are the terms?
You accept my gift, and I teach you how to live forever. That's all a wizard wants, right? All knowledge, all power, all life.
This gift, is it legitimate?
I don't know what lichdom is, but there's only one way to find out.
She kind of looks around for a second, sighs, and says, "It is the pursuit of knowledge that is most gratifying, not simply receiving it. I'm afraid I must decline your offer."
Are you sure? What are you? 27? 28?
I am young, yes, 28.
How much knowledge do you think you can seek? How much knowledge do you think you could find? You have what, 50 years left on an average human lifespan?
If the elven blood within me is strong, I may live for a little bit longer than that, but not much, I will admit. Perhaps I will see 150 like my grandmother, but still, it is not a matter of quantity of knowledge to be gained. It is the journey itself. Gaining the knowledge is what is important. It is what factors. To be simply given it, I cannot call myself a disciple of Nethys if I debased myself so. For he himself ascended through the gaining of knowledge, his own pursuit, his own work. He was not given it. I could not do, to call myself his disciple, I could not do what you are proposing.
I'm not giving you the knowledge. I'm giving you the chance to attain it.
Living in the world is enough to attain this knowledge. Your deal, I cannot accept it.
Have you been upstairs yet?
I have not.
Once you go upstairs, you may reconsider. I'll only give you this offer one time.
She kind of nods and says, I understand. If I see something up there that will change my mind, I will perhaps take you on that offer.
Let me know. You're the only person I'm offering this to.
I understand. She'll move to leave if there's any sort of exit.
And he takes a big drag of the pipe that he was smoking, and he exhales the smoke, and the smoke envelops you in a swirl, right? And the next thing you know, you're standing back in the room with everybody else.
Hell yeah. As your role, man, that's cool.
Here we go. Back to the other
All
room.
right, back to it.
shit. You guys.
Oh, there he is.
There he goes. And with a deep breath, you exhale, and you're released from the sarcophagus. And you're standing in the room, and everything that just happened almost seems like a dream.
Yeah, she kind of looks around blearily, I guess seeing everyone kind of moving towards the stairs, and just goes like, right. And just kind of very slowly makes her way towards the stairs as well.
I'm assuming we all saw that, right? That she wandered over, touched the sarcophagus, just like Hobie just touched the sarcophagus, right?
And she
Makes sense
didn't
to me.
get really old.
That's what I'm saying. Can I make a perception check to see if she got old?
You don't have to make a perception check. She still looks exactly the same.
I don't perceive any changes from her at all.
Not in the slightest.
Maybe a little rattled, but that's about it.
Does she have big eyes still, but instead of the frantic knowledge-seeking look, she might have got too much knowledge look?
Definitely like a very yeah, she's still got that very curious look, but she's like looking towards the stairs, and she was moving slowly at first, but is kind of like picking the pace up as she gets towards them.
So she touched the sarcophagus and did the whole like tight body reaction, right?
Oh yeah, she was locked in.
So something did happen.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody see
So
it?
Lay's just gonna walk up behind her as she's like walking to the stairs, just like, you gotta explain what happened, because I know you just know what I did over here. Like,
Like, does he go up and like actually like kind of like clap her on the shoulder or anything
no.
like that?
Like everyone's just going up the stairs now, and he just quietly like sort of. He trusts Ileana more than he trusts Casimir, so he's like, he's gonna give you the benefit of the doubt further than Casimir. So he's just like,
Sure.
Essentially, he's like, "Are we good?" Like,
Yeah, and I mean like you could like she was definitely like in her own head even as she was like walking over there, and so like you coming up and asking her like kind of like shook her a little bit.
sure.
And so she's like, yes, everything is fine. I will explain once we get the chance. There is nothing at the moment, at least, that is wrong.
All right.
But I must see what is upstairs. It will, I suppose, answer her question for me.
Okay. Let's keep
And
going.
with the rat man, I'd let him know we're definitely gonna be last. I don't know what's up here.
And he's like, as long as we go upstairs, it's better that we speak upstairs.
Look at it this way: your feet get a break.
Just carrying the poor man.
But he's carrying it in a horrible way. By the nape and the tail, like that's got to be uncomfortable. Or
Should have shot me with eye laser beams.
or Phistopheles is like, it reminds me of my mother.
Levi, your camera's off, by the way.
Oh, my bad. I actually have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Good luck. So, how was everybody's experience in the whatever we
Well-
call that? The multiverse?
The separate voids.
Yeah.
We figured out that Chemo could run a one shot for us next week since Levi's out, Kyle's out. So we got plans. That was what we did with our multiverse time.
That's cool.
Yeah,
At least y'all got to talk to each other. Sitting there in silence. I wasn't listening to him, and then I like was looking at my phone. I look up, they're both gone. I'm like, oh shit.
He came back. Levi started talking. I was like, wait, Travis stays. He didn't come back.
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening. Like I would look up occasionally, but
Chemo, don't leave me.
Who's
Move
calling?
me to the cool room.
Oh, my bad.
It's a real nice little lounge he's got
Yeah.
up here.
Where are
Foxman's
you?
Doing well for himself.
I'm in the other room.
Oh, bro. All right, hold on.
Bring him upstairs, man.
Man acting
Chemo,
like it's
don't
of
leave me.
dire importance.
It was.
You weren't even on the other page.
He's holding the fox.
I know,
Yeah.
but I didn't. He wasn't on the page where I dragged everybody. Unless
Yeah, he wasn't on. He wasn't on this map for whatever reason.
Yeah, unless you're under somebody, which you're not.
No.
Fox is
He's
missing.
right there. Masquerades are here.
That's because I just
Foxman.
dragged him there, you weirdo.
All right, I'm back.
Huh?
Welcome
The
back.
map didn't load.
I don't know where Phistopheles is. I'm trying to drag and drop him here, but
You guys are all in the upper level of the library, right?
yes, that's where the spiral stairs are, or at least I'm assuming. Check me if I'm wrong.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, logistically, this seems.
Yes, that's exactly where you guys should be.
All right,
You,
there he
you
is.
you too big to be checking, bro.
That's a good point. I think that's the right one. Is that the right one, Levi? Christopheles?
Yeah. Well, yeah. This token got a little effed up, but it's cool.
Unless there's another one.
So as you guys ascend the stairs, the stone library has 20-foot high walls, 30-foot high vaulted ceiling. Covering the ceiling is a fresco that depicts angels being set ablaze in hell. A black marble railing encloses a gold marble staircase and the spirals gently down a 30-foot wide, 30-foot deep shaft to the north. Against the gray walls stand 6 10-foot tall black marble bookcases, and on the shelves are hundreds of well-preserved tomes. Embroidered rugs, chairs, candelabras fill the southern half of the room. And as you would assume, this being an Amber Temple in the grandest place of knowledge in all of Barovia, all these books are in pristine condition, and you can smell the rich mahogany and leather-bound books that are in the room.
Ileana rushes towards the first bookcase she can find.
We're never getting Ileana back.
No, she's,
Like, I will live
she's
here
staying
now.
here.
She was just kind of like looking over all of the like the titles and whatnot, just seeing like everything she can of interesting or whatever looking books.
And I mean, whatever book you're looking for, it's there.
It's there. She's kind of like doing that weird whisper to herself. She's like, how can this be? Like he could not. He said I would go back to accept as a gift, but this I would have the gift all that I need right here. The knowledge that all that I could ask for is at this moment right here.
Just a quick check. There's 6 chairs in here, right? Like, we're not blocking one of them visually.
No, you're absolutely right. There are 6 chairs here.
Somewhere with this whole number 6 thing, guys. I don't know.
All right. Speak, Foxman.
6 chairs, 6 boxes.
You did not want us to
6
speak when we were
bookcases.
downstairs. Explain to us what was down there. What were in those boxes?
Those boxes weren't there before.
Obviously, it's something that you know that is in. You know something is in there. What
I
is
don't
it?
I don't know what's in those boxes. That's why
When
I told you
say
to be
wasn't
quiet.
there before, do you mean like before you picked up this latest shift?
Exactly. They weren't in that room before
Then why were you telling us to be quiet?
because I didn't know what was in the boxes. It could be anything.
When was the last time you were there? Before?
It couldn't have been more than 6 hours ago.
Have you been in this room before?
This is where I do all my studying. This is the Grand Library.
Is there any evidence of like eating? Like of living here?
This place is pristine.
There are books from the Second Age here. This is amazing.
Yeah.
There's not even there's not even dust. There's not even specks of dust or dirt on the floor and walls. Like, it's pristine.
Where do you set
Can-
up camp? What is your name? I can't call you Fox, man. That seems derogatory.
It's more of a description. That's all we know of him.
Of course.
My name is
Thought he was right,
Fistophilus.
Fistophilus?
Fistophilus.
All right. Well, Fistophilus, where do you set up camp? You said you've been here, but like, there's no evidence of life, of living here. What? I don't know. Your whole existence is confusing at this point.
I've received divine blessings. I don't need to eat or sleep.
Okay.
And at that, like, Ileana's like, she's pouring through a book and she kind of stops and looks over and she says,
Ileana, as you're turning pages and pages and pages of these books, every page you turn is blank.
"Oh, damn."
Oh.
And she'll
He
kind of
really
look up.
would have been freaking out then, like, oh my god.
Yeah, she's definitely like, "What is this?" And then she'll look up and say, "You accepted the gift, didn't you?"
And he's like, I can't speak on the gift that I've accepted, but
Tenebris, you took the gift. You took his bargain.
I have the vastest amount of knowledge possible in all of Barovia. There's no one that knows more than I do.
Then explain to us who lived here before.
Hold, my friend.
Let's not.
And are you trapped here? You are stuck in this temple?
I could leave anytime I like.
Then why do you not?
Someone has to protect all this knowledge.
Knowledge that only you yourself can discern?
I mean, there's a trick to all this knowledge, but I mean, anyone that's willing to learn can learn.
And are you willing to teach?
I cannot teach you, wizard.
Oh, you just gonna edge her? Is that how we doing? We gonna edge the
What do you
homie
mean
right
by
quick?
wizard?
And
Real close, buddy.
Be mindful.
oh man,
Who owed you?
it is fine. It is fine.
Can I take a look at the book?
Oh yeah,
If you
sure.
like.
Like if
Yeah,
Dr.
like-
Nike asks, she'll pass it over.
Yeah, like,
The pages are just blank.
are they blank for her?
Yeah, absolutely blank.
Now, if you need, I will tell you what transpired for me, my friends, when I touched the sarcophagus down there. I was transported to a separate realm.
What?
I could not tell you where. A being that resembled a devil, or at least one with a single horn, offered me a gift.
I'm sorry
A
you
gift
hurt your
of
face.
eternal life and knowledge. The ability to gain at least the ability to gain such things. I declined the offer, but he told me that when I came upon the second stair, that I would reconsider his gift. However, I am, and she kind of looks at Philo, says, I'm wary of this gift. You say you can leave at any time. You bear this knowledge and the ability to gain such, yet you do not pass it on. Is it simply against wizards you do not wish to pass it to, or is it anyone?
No one should have this amount of knowledge.
So you're saying it is a curse that you have burdened yourself with.
Even Nephis has turned his eye from this place. This is too much knowledge for any one mortal.
It is as I feared. the gaining of knowledge without pursuing it is reckless, foolish. Gaining such power, one who worships Nethys, one who follows in his footsteps, could never do such a thing. Could never shortcut to knowledge in such a way. One must gain it through their own means, through their own search, through their own journey, in order to be fulfilled.
Preach.
I have all this knowledge and no one to share it with.
Exactly. You are the living proof of my words. She kind of gestures towards the books. A blank library with no words. Nothing more than a fool's vault.
You can't see the words? All the words are spelled out beautifully. It's so simple that all these concepts I've never imagined, I've never could have possibly figured out, written here in plain text. Every book I open is a new fountain of knowledge, an unquenchable thirst. I could read these books for eons, and I don't have to drink, I don't have to sleep, I don't have to eat.
What have you done with this knowledge, friend? How long have you been here?
I couldn't say.
Have you tried to
200,
better the world?
300
in any way?
years.
Have you passed this knowledge on to anyone? Or do you simply
No one
rot
else
here?
here. No one else can understand this. You don't understand. I couldn't even explain it to you if I wanted to.
You could try.
Go out and use
Hold
the
on,
knowledge.
hold on. What is your relationship with the Lich?
And he looks at you. He's like, Xanthar?
I don't know his
Quite the name.
It sounds lichy.
Xanthar and I share the library. I see him from time to time.
So you're friendly with the Lich.
I wouldn't say friendly.
I don't share things with enemies.
Do you shoot fireballs at him?
Yeah, you hit him with your bleeding eyes?
He's only here to seek knowledge. He wants nothing else.
We
So
only
were
wanted to
we.
use knowledge as well. Yet you attacked us.
We look
I
like
asked you
regular
why you were
scholars.
here, and you wouldn't tell me why you were here.
Well, we couldn't because there were fireballs being thrown at us. If you'd have told your homies...
Also,
I asked
just-
you to come
Fuck out.
before me, and you refused. I could only assume you're here to take.
I mean, the night before, someone ran out in the hall and they got incinerated. We didn't want that to happen.
What?
So, it was a dream. I mean, in my dream, someone was
No,
incinerated.
no.
What?
Perception. Are you lying to me?
No.
No, I mean we told them that happened. We just didn't say it was our fault.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Anyway, you know everything, Mr. Phasophiles. What was it? Foxman?
Mr. Phyllis.
That's really weird. Fista syphilis, whatever. What's the number 6? There's 6 bookcases. There's 6 boxes downstairs. There's 6 evils. What is that? You know everything.
You just said you know everything.
Before
Checks out.
I came to this knowledge, there were the powers that be, the dark powers. The dark powers had hold of Barovia before Strahd made a bargain and gave him the ability to control the dark powers.
Okay.
Are you going to tell us what the dark powers are? That's pretty much where we're trying to get to.
If
What
I could
are they?
tell you,
Who are they? And can Strahd manipulate them now?
if I could tell you, I would. But again, this knowledge is so far beyond your comprehension,
Try us.
it would melt your brain.
I mean,
Masquerade melt his brain. I feel as though he is messing with us. All this knowledge and you will not share. Even the most minute things. If, to be honest, do you know anything about the sword that we are after?
Yes.
The Sunblade. How can we achieve it? How can we use that? Also, if you have information on Strahd, how can we bring him to the light?
You can't bring Strahd to the light. He is darkness. He is the land.
I have
don't
my
understand.
life right now. These two brothers.
He is the land. Are you not comprehending?
I comprehend. We brought the light already over at Argenvostold. And we will bring more.
You can bring all the light you like. Strahd is Barovia.
But he hasn't always been.
When was he turned into this?
When did he choose this?
Did he choose this life?
Or did
Yes.
the thug life choose him?
You do not take the dark powers. You are given the dark powers.
And he chooses to hold people here.
He is the land. Do you not comprehend what I'm saying?
I understand that you call him the land, but people should have free will to leave. He is not giving them such. There are spirits here that are in limbo and are unable to leave.
Now,
To go where
Nikea
they
may
need
get
to
what
go.
you're saying. I could you explain what you mean by the land? What does that mean? He is the land. I hear that a lot. But what does that actually mean? What do you mean?
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Strahd is the land.
See, we're back at that again.
I told you wouldn't be able to comprehend it.
But what you're saying doesn't make sense.
My friends.
Because you can't comprehend it.
Oh, with Strahd being the land, will this sun sword allow us to create an earthquake?
The sun sword is a powerful relic, but it won't allow you to shake the land.
Are you saying that in order to understand how to break Strahd, we must gain the knowledge that you have gained? And this is the only way?
The only way possible to know Strahd is to learn who he is and where he comes from.
That's literally one of my questions that I asked you.
And I'm trying to explain to you that
Besides
Strahd
you
is the
telling me
land.
he's the land and he chose this, or he was given this, who is he given it by?
The dark powers were granted to Strahd.
Okay, the dark powers are of these 6 entities.
What are you not understanding?
Like a one-horned demon type of person?
And Ileana kind of steps forth. She says, my friends, hold on. I believe there's only one way that we can perhaps gain this information. But I will have to take the gift, as it were, of Tenebris.
So he's
He kinda
just
looks at,
shaking his head, like fucking pacing back and forth, like
I do not agree with this. I don't think it is a smart move. I understand your thirst for knowledge, but just as though you said it yourself, you have to do it through your own experiences. We have to move in better ways than this. This is a cheating way. It will cost you something. It will most likely cost you your soul.
how could we guarantee that you would be able to follow through with that mission once you achieve that knowledge? This one here is not leaving this place, has all the knowledge apparently to take down Strahd. What's to say that you don't end up like him?
Or like Casimir. Do you want to be that way?
Casimir's like, what?
What's wrong with me?
What I do? The Corpse Star and Tenebris are two different entities. They do things differently.
How would we
It is
know
not-
it doesn't take
Yeah.
your body away from you?
This is not something I'm coming to lightly, friend. I do not really wish to do it, if I may be so bold, so honest. And she kind of looks at the Foxman, and she says, "We spoke to the same one, yes? The one-horned one."
I cannot say.
What if you
In
change
in
this?
in this hypothetical in which we spoke to the same being, you say you are free to leave, you are free to pursue your own aims as you wish. I ask you simply once more, what keeps you here? Is it simply perusing the knowledge? Is that the only thing that keeps you here?
There's no greater knowledge than here in this library.
You say that the blade exists here. How can we obtain it?
The blade is in the eyes of Nethys. You were already there.
The statue.
Weren't you calling yourself the Eyes of Nethys?
I am.
It's inside of him. Masquerade, open him up. Open him up right now.
Yeah, we're dumb. You're gonna have to be, you know. remember, we
Explain
don't
like
have-
I'm 5.
Yeah, we don't have the knowledge curse gift boon. So if you don't be broken in half.
Ileana will actually move away from the interrogation and back to the
You're getting upset.
and back to the bookcases. She'll actually detect magic on the bookcases, and see like what can she determine, if anything, about these books. Like what could be hiding the actual text. Like, is there illusion magic blocking it, or is it maybe something else?
This one speaks in riddles. This one wants to give themselves to the devil.
It's like there's a arcane lock on the books.
Dispel magic.
Could she'll actually, can she do an arcana check to see if dispel magic would do something? Like, would it be like that key?
You can try.
The 7.
So you're able to decipher that with the arcane lock that's on all these books, you'd have to know a phrase or a password.
Phrase, a password. And
Strahd is the land.
you know what? Honestly, she'll try that. just kind of throwing it out there. Just kind of looking at it, flipping through.
Barovian, Strahd is the land.
Say, Strahd is the land. And see what, and just kind of like look and very dramatically look and see if anything happens. And go.
And as you're like looking at the pages of the book, like you see the book itself, right as you say, Strahd is the land, and the IS is capitalized.
So the book wrote out Strahd is the land.
As you said it, yeah.
Huh. Does it speak anything into being?
My name is Harry
And
Potter.
she'll say like, these are the, she'll actually like speak aloud, and she'll actually speak aloud into the book, like, these are the words of Ileana de Cordelia Hero, and see if that actually.
And you see them in a
Right
cursive
out.
script writing out same thing that you just said.
What in the hells is this?
And then the page turns, and what in the hells is this?
And she'll look over and say, there's no knowledge here. This simply recording what I say, as it records what she says.
And Phyllis like, just like, you don't understand. You have to gain the understanding before you gain the knowledge.
Terminable. Does she have a dispel magic left? Let me see.
Can I search the room around, see if there's any like secret doors, hidden passages, any like triggers or levers?
Feel free.
Yeah, she'll use a dispel magic
The
on the
implication.
book. Let's do a counteract.
What's your highest level spell, D?
5th level.
Is it higher than an 8th level spell, Levi?
No, it's not.
Because if
so-
it was, there'd be no point of using the dispel magic.
So when you cast Dispel Magic, all the materials for the spell Dispel Magic and the somatic components and everything are written into the book, and you can literally see it, and then the pages fade.
Hold on, he saw the workings of the spell?
He literally saw exactly how the spell works, written into the book in such a plain and simple way that he's never seen it before, that it makes complete sense.
And like she just gets this huge grin.
Like you could teach a 5-year-old Dispel Magic with the knowledge that you just gained.
She's like, "It is all here." And she like kind of like runs over and just like slams it down. She's like, "It is all in here. You simply must put it in yourself."
So you
Can
gain the
read what has
knowledge.
already been recorded?
Yes, you must. And she like herself is struggling to like explain it. It's like, simply put, we must put the knowledge in to get the knowledge out. Does that make sense?
No, Ileana. All right.
Imagine trying to explain this concept to a bunch of barbarians. Like, what?
You'll notice I'm being very quiet. Me and Balthy,
Sitting in the back drooling.
Now, Illy,
we not quite drooling, but right over our heads.
What?
No, it is so simple. I promise.
Okay.
It is. Well, it is not simple, but it is.
As long as you
just-
understand, then I'm happy.
Why, you're a smart.
How do we
I'm a
defeat
tough.
Strahd, Illy?
So putting in the knowledge reveals the knowledge that we seek. So
How do
what
we-
knowledge would you want to
Right.
put
I don't
into it
understand
now
what knowledge of
to reveal
defeating Strahd we would put.
information about Strahd?
She opens up the book and says, the explanation of what was it? What were they called? The six
Powers
dark
that be.
powers.
the six what?
The dark powers that be.
Dark powers
Yeah,
that
she's
be.
like, the explanation of the dark powers that be is this. And I was like, I guess I'll see if that works.
And it literally writes down the same thing that you just said.
Well, it is not quite so sophisticated, I suppose.
Sully's still just fucking pacing around like,
Anything with that 28 perception to see if there's anything else in this room?
28 perception.
You kind of like frazzled her brain. She's just like, I'm just gonna keep looking. Trying to move bookshelves over.
And can I say, like, because Dimitri's not smart, not as smart as Ileana.
sure.
I feel like she would be trying to do something that is basically inputting knowledge of the Dark Guardian of the. Sorry, I keep forgetting the six dudes,
The
The
dark,
dark
powers
powers
that be.
the Dark powers that be. I'm sorry, it keeps leaving me. And trying to like basically get it regurgitated, but explaining it
She's
is
coding.
what she would be trying to do. Yeah, she's coding,
It's just straight up coding.
trying to get that code.
Yeah. It's gonna run a Strahd script.
Gonna have to
I can-
deconstruct.
And I can
like
roll
in,
some for
freaking Full Metal.
yeah, and I can roll some for that if need be. But that's what she's trying to do.
All right. Well, do Dr. Nikea as you're like searching the room. you're kind of pulling at books that are on the shelves and everything, and you pull one of the books, and this like stone hinge, like you hear on the door, and this room opens up, and it's just filled with cobwebs from the floor all the way to the ceiling. That's like 30 feet above of it,
And everything in here has been like immaculate, right?
and everything in the room that you're standing in is immaculate.
She's gonna bring her torch and try and like look in the. It's like a shaft kind of thing. You said?
Yeah,
Over on this side.
Okay. Yeah, it's right over here.
Oh, okay.
So she like, and you said I can look in it and everything. So like, with the torch, she'll like look up, see how far it goes.
and when you look up, you see an upside down iron chest with a barrel-shaped lid that's glued to the ceiling 30 feet above you.
Ileana, please come here.
And she's just like just speaking gibberish into the book still. Just like the guardians that are dark powers, powers that are dark guardians.
Look
Explain.
down. You have other things to look at. Come here.
I promise it did work.
I believe you. So I need you to see if there's any magic coming from that. Also, Fistophilus, what is in this room?
You don't want to go in there.
Will you please just give me the answers that I seek? Especially when it's a simple one. What is in here?
There's nothing in that room that you want.
She'll
It's in the room.
detect that magic.
You're picking up abjuration on the chest specifically above you,
Some
and it seems to be an arcane lock.
Thing of the luck.
Okay. Magic here, magic there. What about looking down the shaft?
Is it just this little room?
Yeah, it's just what are you talking about down the shaft?
Oh, I thought you. Okay, I thought you said it was a shaft.
It said 30 feet above you.
30 feet above. Okay, that's what made me think it was a shaft. Is there like another like alcove, or is it just straight up the 30 feet and then just that thing in the that barrel thing? That's it.
It seems as though when you look up, all that's up there is that barrel.
Okay. Nothing else on the walls around.
Good luck.
And I kind of want to use the torch that I have in my hand too, to see if there's only like one movement of air. Is it coming from behind us, or is there like another air like entry within there as well?
So as you're standing in the, are you standing in the room or are you standing at the door?
No. Arms just there. I'm doing this, and then I'm looking at the flame to see if it's pushing away where the air is flowing where we're breathing, or if there's like another entry, like another air current coming somewhere else at the same time. Did he glitch? Did he freeze? Or is it just... Oh, no.
No, I'm
Pontificating.
pontificating.
Pontificating is speaking. He is contemplating.
Boom. I guess we all ain't as smart as Ileana. Except for Maggie.
Sounds like the bard is.
Yeah, except for Maggie. That's what I just said.
I didn't say that I was smart. I'm good with words.
All right. So as you're like holding your torch in the room, you're seeing like it get pushed over to the left, as if something on your right hand side, there may be a door or something.
Is it on the right hand side?
Yeah.
Yep.
Over here.
And with detect magic, you're picking up another arcane lock.
So she'll pop her last dispel magic in the room. She can only target one spell effect.
Can we check for traps?
You could.
Like, you want another perception, or do you want like? Obviously, we
I
know
think it's
that
a thievery check to check for traps, right?
Mhm.
no,
Perception.
it's perception to check it, and then
Yeah,
it's
then
thievery
to
if it's like
disarm it.
regular locks, or
Hmm.
if it's arcane locks, you would use arcane and stuff like that. So
Oh, okay.
To find it, yes, perception. Perception is kind of like the be-all investigation / trap sense.
Interesting.
it's just
All right.
that
Sense
rogues
motive.
get like. I can. You want me to roll another perception for you, or
Feel free.
like, yeah, because like now she's focused to where it's like, all right, we got magic, so is there traps with these particular things as well? I see no traps.
Super not trapped.
So, Ileana, you're picking up arcane lock on the chest that's 30 feet above you,
Mhm.
and then to your right, another arcane lock on the wall to your right.
She kind of looks back and she says, "The chest or the door? Which one do you want?"
I look at Fistophilus. What is behind the door?
Another room.
And what's in the
Little
chest?
smart ass.
Nothing that
okay.
you want.
Nothing in the chest that we want, but is there anything particular in the room that is dangerous?
It's pretty mundane.
Like a
Can you
sunfire.
unlock the room?
I wouldn't.
That's not what I asked. Can you unlock the room?
I can, but I won't.
Shake him.
But why though? If it's mundane, what does it matter?
It's not my room to open.
Whose room is it?
Who's
That belongs to the Lich.
Where's he at? So we can go ask him.
In the next room over.
He's in that room.
Last time I seen him,
All right, we should open that room.
Wait,
I wouldn't.
So they don't go.
He's
fuck.
already-
I don't want.
he's told us the location of the sword. It's in the statue's eye.
Yeah, like I agree with Masquerade. Like, okay, I don't want to fight a lich.
So
I
My
mean, we
friends
can go
say
get
that-
it and come back.
My friends, there are very angry golems surrounding that statue at the moment.
That's true, unless Mr. Phistopheles is the fucking eye.
would you be able to teach our princess here the spell to traverse through these walls?
I couldn't.
There is only one way to gain that knowledge, friends.
Can you stop the statues
Or we
from
just hold
attacking?
the Foxman and tell him to open it. Right, Mr. Foxman?
I see that he has gone back to Foxman.
Yeah, nah,
we were
fuck,
trying to.
fuck Mr. Phistopheles.
Leia's
I'm done
like-
with that. He doesn't deserve a name.
See that knowledge is what you value, yes?
More than anything.
So let this be a negotiation of knowledge. Everything in this room stays intact if you give my friend the knowledge that he seeks, or I destroy all the knowledge that you have.
You can't destroy what I already know.
Got you in that one, brother.
From your own words, you could read for eons, so you don't know it all.
You can't destroy what I already know. You don't understand it because you don't know it.
Well, I know that you seek to protect. And if you or this isn't here, I believe you'll fail at your job.
I wasn't given this job. I chose it.
And that
I
is
don't
my
have a
point.
boss.
How very strong.
I
of
never
you.
said that you did. Clearly,
man.
you've given this your life to this. So, is that your choice to give your life for this?
You can try, but I'm not going anywhere.
In
I'm the eyes of Nethys here in Barovia. You can't take that from me.
was this a door that we were like a closable door? That Dr. Naki
Nah,
found?
that's you guys should have just opened up that secret area there.
I'm saying, like, can we, like, is it closable?
Oh yeah, if you guys want to close it, you can close it definitely.
Yeah, like Ilion would definitely close that. And
I would take
And I'll-
nothing from you. But Sarenrae, on the other hand,
hold, Sir Masquerade. Hold for a second. I believe let us have a repast for the evening. We can speak at length as to what we should do regarding the Lich, regarding Foxmen, and perhaps whether or not the bargain that I was given should be taken. Because if we are seeking these answers, perhaps it'd be best to have one who can relay the information willingly, or perhaps as best as she can, rather than one who, at least from our perspective, is unwilling. But in fairness, I cannot promise I would not end up the same as him, if that is what he is saying. That I would be unable to deliver this knowledge, Foxman. That is what you are saying would happen to me as well, should I take that same bargain.
I could tell you everything that you want to know, but you'd never understand it.
Ilya, I don't think it's worth it.
It is so frustrating. I wish to simply help. But in this instance, the answer is right there. It is so close.
Yeah. I say we just bed down for the night. You could pore over that silly book and see if you get anywhere, but at this point we're not getting anywhere fast. But it appears we have some safety here. As long as Foxman doesn't blow us up with his eyes or something.
Or so long as the Lich does not decide to make an appearance.
There's also that. Fuck.
We shall have to simply take the chance. There's really nowhere else we can go at the moment.
And do keep in mind, the longer that you spend in the Amber Temple, the worse that the curses affect people that are cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we don't rest.
Is there anything Ileana could roll to figure out the jam with the book? As far as how to get knowledge out of it?
I'll tell you, the knowledge that is in the books can't be extracted from the books unless you're able to figure out the cipher, basically.
Okay.
Is that cipher only attainable through the bargain?
You may be able to figure it out without the bargain. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's improbable.
Let's go, science team.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna definitely give it a good old college try. For whatever, if there's anything that could be rolled for that, like an Arcana or what have you.
make
She would,
sure you do Maggie's college try, not mine.
You could give it another Arcana
Would you say this would be
or
like a
occultism
series?
if you like.
Would you say this would be a series of rolls for her to kind of like figure that out, or would it be something more than that?
This is something you have to take bit by bit. It's
Okay.
not one and done.
For sure. So yeah, she'll give it a crack. 34, not bad.
So as you're testing new theories and trying to figure out this puzzle here, things that you're saying to the book are written down in the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then those things that you say disappear. But you also casted a spell on the book, and that spell was written down in the book and simplified to make it easy to understand.
Correct.
So the things that she says disappear, but does a spell like breakdown stay within the book? Does that not go away?
It lingers in the book long enough for you to completely read it, and then it vanishes.
Could it? And she would actually have an experiment, and she would grab whoever would be willing to as soon as she like cast a spell on it, like she would do like a simple cantrip, and then have them write down on a separate like scroll or what have you, that explanation if they could, or even she would just do it herself. Actually,
Can the other person see it?
That's a good point.
Like
Give it
Soleil
a-
would go over
give
there
it a
'cause they're
roll.
definitely part of science team over here. So you know.
Yay, science!
Science team.
I love how Lucy's just kind of standing around, like maybe just playing with Balthazar while they're sitting here doing all these scientific experiments.
Like there's nothing to hit. Like the nerds are doing their nerd shit.
You wanted me to
Delphi
roll
and I-
something, or
Singing new songs. We're working on some
How are you
vibes.
with religion, occultism?
I'm great with religion, boss. I could run that one.
Give it to me.
$33.
All right. So, with a 33 roll, you already know that Nethys is a sightless god, right?
Yeah.
Or he's the all-seeing god. But here, he's sightless.
Yeah.
So, knowledge is Nethys's like thing, right?
Yeah.
So, if you have the knowledge but you can't read it, there's got to be another way to get it, right?
Sure.
It's in Braille.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Is it like the Matrix? Do you slot in? What are we doing?
Would Soleil like I guess pass that information
Yeah, I
on?
would 100% say these things as I'm like musing about it.
Oh yeah, and she would be like, "Oh, of course. I'm not so. You would think I would be more well versed in my own god, but
Yes, this is
such
very
things are as they
clear.
are."
This is very clear, but maybe we should say it out loud for the others.
And she'll. I think Lucy would kind of like pop up and say like probably Braille. And I was like, God damn it! It's so brilliant. Of course, let me try that. And yeah, she'll actually see like, are there like little bumps or what have you on the page?
So the words that you speak go onto the page, and you can't feel the words that you speak. But when you cast cantrips and everything, you can feel the sigils on the page.
Those don't disappear.
They don't disappear. The arcane sigil you can still see, you know what I'm saying, but it fades away, but you can feel it on the page.
Mhm.
And the pages are turning themselves as you guys are giving it new information.
Right. How fascinating. So basic words do not remain, whether
It's a
it is
magic book.
written or braille, but these spells return.
It's a magic book.
Lucy's on it. It's a magic book.
Is there
So
a-
if you like go further back, is there stuff that you can feel, or is it literally just what Illy's putting into it right now?
Yeah, she'll try. She'll go through and see are there other sigils written through.
So as you like flip back to previous pages and everything, and you're feeling the pages, you can feel something on the paper. You can't see anything, but you
Sure.
can definitely feel it.
We need to do the coloring thing, like with gravestones, and then we could read it, right? You know what it says?
Does she have? Let's see. She has like some charcoal on her.
Right. I was saying we
we
have.
could make some. We got the
charcoal.
torch. We could put it on a stick. We
Look
probably
at us
have
solving
paper.
mysteries. You
You're
got
doing
better
little
watch
rubbings?
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Lucy's
Make a little
gonna
rubbing.
think she's part of the smart team after this.
She's earned her place.
Yeah.
She's earned her place.
She's definitely hitting dirt, man. She's getting something.
So yeah, actually, like Ileana would put a like a piece of scroll on top, and she's got chalk, so I don't know how good that would work initially. She would try to like just like rub the chalk all over it and try to get the etching of one of the older sigils that were there, and see if she can kind of discern what that was.
All right, give me that Arcana.
Arcane. Roll it. Oh, that 20 was there. I saw it.
Can I give her my hero point?
Right. I was like, Lucy's gonna donate her hero point.
Hey, might as well. We're at the end of the night, right?
Fair enough. I will take the donated hero points.
Oh, you
Oh, you 19, you dirty rat!
I do have 2 hero points.
All right, let's give it to him one more time.
All right, here we go. Come on, hot dice.
Ah!
Oh my god.
God damn,
The dice told the story, I guess.
that's hateful. 4, 3.
So like you're sitting here like
Five.
copying down the page, and then like you're like, this is a spell I can't even possibly cast. Like it's above your spell level.
Oh man. But I mean, like it's frustrating, but she is like at least like she understands that she can copy those sigils off of the page from doing that though, right? Like she can't understand this spell, but she's like, hey, we can copy the spells off of here. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, so you've definitely figured out, although a backwoods ass way to do it, a way that you can copy spells out of the book.
Don't you make fun of my back ass way.
I'm gonna go to the book.
If it works, it works.
She didn't have to sell her soul for it to win.
Fair enough.
I want to go grab a different book and go to like the same page that Illy's holding or something, and have her try to feel it out and see if it's the same runes or if all these books have infinite different spells, and we're essentially looking for a needle in a haystack.
That's a good assessment.
All right, want me to roll again? Another Arcana?
Yep. Give me another one.
There you go, you bastard. Damn dice.
Oh yeah.
Actually roll good for me.
Between this one and the last spell book that you got into, like this one is like a casting of Leomund's tiny hut,
Mhm.
and the last thing that you were copying down was a spell you couldn't even decipher.
Right.
Fuck.
So they're different.
Ileana, I don't know.
So I don't know if there's a equivalent of Leomund's tiny hut, but you have that spell now.
Oh yeah, there is a cozy cabin, I believe it's
I
called.
love cozy
Is
cabin.
it? We have seen that.
Oh yeah,
come in
that
handy.
was a good old Jameera's
Yes.
little abode.
Bougie Jamira. Like, I'm not sleeping here. I'm gonna make a cabin.
Like, y'all can have your little ass boat chilling in my cabin.
So you guys have been sitting in here for probably about 20-30 minutes now, trying to figure out all these contraptions and writing down spells and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, Illy, not to say that this isn't a worthwhile adventure specifically for you.
Yeah, she's having a great time just figuring this.
I'm not sure that this helps us with our current goals.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Apologies.
Not to say
well,
we
I
can't
mean-
take a few of these fantastic spell books with us for you to,
Oh.
you know,
Of course.
as he looks at
However-
Foxman. We're gonna take your
I am-
books, sucker.
I'm curious if all of these are spell books or if there are histories and literature or anything else. She actually looks back at the Foxman and says, do they only all contain spells? Is it just the knowledge of spells, or is there more knowledge that can be discerned?
There's so much knowledge here. You could figure out everything.
You said there are titles on the facing towards the on the bookshelves, right? On the sides of the books. She would actually go and look for, has everything she's been picking up looked, say, like, you know, blah 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 spell book or something like that, or something to that effect, like something grimoire.
Yeah, you're picking up all types of grimoires and tomes.
Okay,
So where's the Strahd is the land book?
she
Right.
would go and look for like histories.
Strahd is the land, the history of what were those dudes called? The 6 dark horses. That's not all the 6 dark
Those
horses.
The dark powers that be.
Those that pray in the dark. Yep.
Yeah, she would go and look for anything that of that particular nature, like history, for the most part. Anything that looked like that, at least.
So, the book that you guys would probably be looking for would be the Tome of Strahd. And that book has been removed from the library.
How would we know that?
There's a Dewey Decimal System.
Okay. Perfect.
Ileana looking through the indexes.
Yeah, seriously.
Where is the Tomb of Strahd?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
That knowledge has left this place.
Maybe
With
it's in
who?
Ravenloft or what?
Probably
I
the
believe
assessment.
only a seer would know that one.
Aren't you a seer,
You've
bro?
spoken with Madame Ava, haven't you?
A long time ago.
Been a minute.
In a galaxy far, far away.
So perhaps we need to make a return visit.
After we get the sword.
It's funny because Chemo has all the notes.
I was gonna say, we may
let
have
me
to
pop
check
up.
Ileana's
Yeah.
or Nikea's
And then
notes.
we might be a good place to pause so that Dr. Nikea can be part of this conversation.
Very true. Very true.
Plus, I have to go give my cat medicine. She's not going to be happy.
It is that time indeed, for sure.
The thing you seek lies with the dead under mountains of gold coins.
Oh.
When that Wizard of Wines.
Nope, that one was, I see a dark room full of bottles,
Yeah.
and there's a tomb of a guild member.
Oh, okay.
It's the merchant.
Ah,
Merchants,
Yeah.
cartels of history and knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. The thing you seek lies with the dead under the mountains of gold coins. Where's the mountain? Fuck, where is that? Wait, wasn't the
Was the,
gold coins in his castle?
was it?
I thought so.
I gotta re-listen to that episode, man.
I mean,
There's a
that's
vault.
like, I think that was like episode 5. So,
It was very, very.
Yeah, it was a while
30
ago.
Can't expect me to remember something 30 episodes ago.
I guess
I
there's a
just
reason we
joined
record
the
all this
smarts team. I'm working on it.
shit. I loved how she was like, Braille. Everyone's like, oh shit.
I just thought that was a great moment. I was like, yeah, Lucy had to have absolutely said that.
It's Braille. As me and Balthier are just back there doing whatever we're doing.
I was like, just very
was awesome.
nonchalant. Sounds like Braille.
As you're reading the words on Ralphie's forehead, it's Braille.
It's Braille.
Yeah, I think I'm almost positive it was supposed to be like at the castle.
The mountain of gold coins.
Because it was like underneath the. Hold on, I have it right here. Let me look again.
Says the thing you seek lies with the dead
Yeah,
under a
Lights of the
mountain
Dead.
of
So
gold.
it's like a graveyard or some shit, I would assume.
What about the tomb? Crypt underneath here.
I
That's
think there
what
has to be
already
like
in.
a graveyard or something at the castle, because I remember it being with the castle. So I'm assuming we go there, there's a graveyard, and we find, I guess, this book now? Is
Well, aren't
what
we in
would find?
somewhat of the castle?
Are we
Or
what?
is it like, aren't we in like would be considered a castle already?
Yeah, but it
More
was,
temple.
This
I don't
is a
know.
temple.
Like,
Temple?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about Castle Strahd.
Oh, wrong one.
I was gonna say, why are
You
we
guys
back
are
with the
on
devil
upper level.
boxes, bro?
I want to see what's down that hallway.
sound like the good deal boxes.
Oh, the mystery boxes. But
All right, you guys are hitting dirt, man. You guys are making some headway here.
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Everybody loves a
fun
good
one.
mystery.
This was a fun one for sure.
Yes.
yeah.
Did anybody
I-
ever ask the fox?
I love how Liana got to the top of the steps. Was like, oh shit.
Oh man, I was like, yes. I was like, thank you. This is such a good moment for. It's like, oh man, like, I like me, the player, 100% wants to take that deal. Like, I just want to see what happens. I'm glad the crew was like, no, don't do that.
Dude,
Seems
I
like a
was
bad
having
idea.
like my
Well, I mean-
initial take was like, no, Ileana, don't do that. And then I was like, dude, I don't want to tell him how to play his character though. Like, if you want
No,
to play that, then play that, you know?
It made total sense for everyone to be
Like,
like,
Soleil
no,
wouldn't
don't. Like,
want
what the hell are you
Ileana-
got to?
You know, Soleil wouldn't want Ileana to like basically become a zombie fox, right? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
I am a knowledge
Jack.
zombie.
Have a good night.
For me.
Good night.
Have a good night, dude.
Night.
You know, like, I don't know. I couldn't